Hello. So, I decided to do a scope on has your fire left? Are you still excited about the thing that you wanted to do? Many of us have ideas, many of us have goals that we want to accomplish. And when we first get that idea on our mind, we're super fired up about it. We are writing down notes. We're just excited about the thing that we're doing or we're going to be doing, but then all of a sudden that burning desire dies out. Like, why? And this has been heavy on my heart for like the past few days. And the reason being is because we can be so excited about things and we have so much going on around us that we can get easily distracted. We can get easily discouraged from achieving the things that we want to do. So it's important to always remember your why. It's important to always to go back to the drawing board of why you wanted to do that thing. Why do you want to write a book? Why do you want to start a blog? Why do you want to start your business? Why do you want to go into ministry? Why do you want, why? Like, you always want to go back to your why. And this is like even for myself, because lately it's been so much going on in my life to where it's like, I don't have that fire anymore to do certain things. It's like, okay, it's there, so let me just not give it my all. But we must remain excited about the thing that we want to do. We must remain consistent so that we are able to accomplish the things that we want to accomplish. It's going to be hard. You're going to always feel like you want to give up, but you got to always go back to your why and just trust the process in the why. Get excited about why you want to start your blog. Get excited about what it is that you want to do. And it's so many of us that fire just leaves, and then we just keep that ideal like right there on the side, and then it's like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll write a couple of lines tomorrow. I'm not ready because I'm not fully staffed, or I don't have the team behind me. I don't have the resources behind me. I don't have the finances behind me. But you do. If you believe in Jesus Christ, you got all of that. You just got to have the faith to just stay in the race and just see it through. You want to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, it may be dark right now, but guess what? You have to remain on fire in the thing that you want to do, because somebody needs that. Somebody needs to hear what it is that you want to do. Somebody needs to hear your story. Somebody needs to read your blog. Somebody needs to see this scope right now, because you're probably feeling like you're stuck. And when we get like that, we just got to go into prayer. And it's many a times that I feel like I want to give up and I don't want to just do it anymore. But you know what? I'm always reminded of why I got started. Why do I want to write a book? And like I said, this is not just for somebody, this is for me too, because we have to always encourage ourselves. We can't sit around and think that somebody's going to always remind us on what it is that we should be doing. We should be reminding ourselves, because it starts with us first. You have to believe in the thing so much that if you're your only customer, you're your only supplier, it's okay, because God is going to bring those people through. God is going to see you through. So I just wanted to hop on here and just encourage you that it is going to be okay. Don't let your fire burn out. Go back to the beginning. That's why it's important to write down what it is that you want to do, because then you can go back and read what it is and why you got started. And I remember my friend and I going to this event, and I'm going to the event for one thing because I have my own boutique. I'm going to network and to meet new people, but I met someone that was a publisher, and that was the first thing she said to me. So again, I was there for something else, but I also think that my ultimate goal of what I really needed to hear was I needed to hear what that publisher said to me. And the first thing she said was, what is your why? And, you know, I went home and I thought about it. Like, why did I get started in business? Why do I want to write a book? Why do I want to go into business with my friend to do X, Y, and Z? We always have to go back to our why, because it's gonna relight that fire that burned out. And we just gotta remain encouraged, and the only way to remain encouraged is prayer. Going back to your why, believe in what the word says. I was listening to a scope yesterday, and it was being taught on Psalms 23. And of course, when it first started, I shall not want. And that really resonated with me, because it's like, I shall not want. And that's in every single thing. I mean, lately I've been saying trust the process. But while I'm trusting the process, I should also remind myself that I shouldn't want while I'm going through the process. So God is just good. And I just wanted to, you know, jump on here and to encourage whoever. You can follow me on Instagram at I am Sherika. You can also share this scope. I am Sherika Nicole. If this helped you in any way, you can always give me a little bit of taps and some hearts. But it's just important that we stay encouraged. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dream. Keep that fire going. You know, go back to the drawing board. If it dies out, like I said, fast. I mean, I fasted last week for 7 days, and I was going in it with someone else that posted something because I'm in this book club. But it actually just turned some things around, and I'm so happy that I was fasting at the time that I was fasting, because I lost my little cousin, and it really hit home because she was just so young. And I'm not saying that just because she was young that she shouldn't have died, but I really wasn't prepared for that, and we can never be prepared for death. But by me going to fasting, for one thing, God also knew what I was going to go through, so it prepared me for what was about to come. And I've been feeling down, but then you know what? I've been encouraging myself, because when we can't wait on other people to encourage us, that's like number one. I learned that years ago. You know, when you're in a run and you're in this space, you gotta it's so many YouTube videos and people that's on Periscope encouraging people. Stop following negativity on Instagram. Stop engaging in it, because that way your mind won't be filled with it. Fill yourself up with positivity. Fill yourself up and follow people that's doing something. I mean, like I said, you may want to write a blog. Start looking at other bloggers and see how they got started. Listen to their story. That's a way to keep your fire lit, so you can do what it is that you want to do. Not to say that you're gonna copy this person, not to say that you're gonna steal their ideal. It's not about that, because whatever God gave to you, he gave to you, and whatever God gave to that person, he gave to that person. You can copy whoever you're copying, and that's fine. But if it is not what God called you to do, it is just not going to happen. And that's just plain and simple. So don't get caught up into people saying, oh, you shouldn't look at this. Or no, that's how you get started. That's how you stay motivated. When I wanted to start my boutique, I didn't just say, oh, I'm not going to look at other people that's successful in it. No, that was not the case. I looked at other people, but I still put my own twists to it. Mine is set apart from everybody else's, but I was encouraged and motivated by the people that were doing it. And you just got to stay in the race. No, it's not going to happen overnight. It is just not going to happen. And if you think it's going to happen overnight, then you're in for a rude awakening. You are in for a rude awakening. You have to stay in the fire. And while you're going through the fire, keep your own fire lit. That is the only way that your dream or your goals or your purpose is going to come to pass. So again, you can follow me on Instagram at I am Sherika Nicole. You can hit the replay. When you hit the replay, share it with your followers. You can share me on Facebook. I am just someone that want to see everybody succeed. I know what my calling is, but again, it always goes back to you. And you are only not getting where you need to be because of you. You are the only person that can hold you back. So keep your fire lit, stay encouraged, and remember to just go to God in prayer. This is just strictly about prayer. Like, in order to keep it going, you got to believe in yourself, you got to give it to God, and you got to work for it. That is it. Nobody's going to hand you anything. You have to work for it. Do the research. So when you do go to somebody that's already doing what you're doing, you're going with questions. You're going with research. You're not just going with, oh, how did you do this? Don't just pull information from people. Go to them, letting them know that you actually did some homework on the thing that you want to do. Because they're not going to share it with you. People know, like, if you come to, like, I know when people come to me and they see me on my mobile truck and they're asking me how I get started, and I don't mind giving information, but what I will not do and what I have stopped doing is letting somebody drain me of every single thing that I worked hard for. I had a lot of sleepless nights to get started. So I feel like if I had a lot of sleepless nights, guess what? You need to have some too. So when you come to me and you want to know how I got started, what avenues I took, I want you to come to me and say, I researched this and it said it costed, did it really cost that much? That lets me know that you're serious about what it is that you want to do. And that's in every single thing. You know, I want to be an author, and it's so on me that I am not one yet, and I'm okay. So let me just no I'm right. I'm not an author yet because I haven't published anything. I am a writer though, so that's two different things. You can be a writer and you can write things down and you can do everything that it is that you want to do, but what good is all that writing and all that material that you're sitting on that nobody else can see and nobody else can get help from and nobody can get encouraged through your writing because you're being stingy with it, because you're not focused on what it is that you want to do. So I'm not an author yet. I will be an author because I am going to stop being stingy with the things that I've done, and I'm going to get it published so that it can help someone else. So that's the same thing. When I listen to other authors, I get encouraged because I see that it wasn't easy for them. And for some people it is, but that's after they've written and published 6 or 7 books. But when you first start off, it's going to be hard. That first book is going to be hard. And the reason being is because you want it to be so right and you're nitpicking. Well, that's what I find with myself. I'm nitpicking every single thing that I'm doing versus just writing it and letting somebody else look at it and edit the work. I'm trying to do the editing and the changing the words. I'm doing all of that. And that's why it's taken me forever to just publish something that I'm probably technically already finished with. So again, light your fire, keep it lit, stay in prayer, and believe in the thing that you want to do. I am jumping off of here because I've got some other things to do, but I hope you were encouraged by this scope. And if you were, please share it. You can always listen to the replay. My favorite scripture is Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, but acknowledge him in all your ways, and he will direct your path. You have to believe that. Have a good day.